Good YouTube, it's your boy Khalil back here for another video, man. And today we gonna be doing a reaction to why Black America hates Cenat. I do not know what's going on in this situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my intake on this mess, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel with that notification bell if you guys don't know. And let's get into the video, man. Let's get it.
The only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump.
Huh? I gotta get what he's saying. He gotta like say the whole thing, but I don't know what that. I gotta get what he's saying.
Today is Monday, January 20th, 2025. Donald Trump becomes the 47th president of the United States. And at this particular time, him and Elon Musk are still cool.
Okay.
Elon Musk, remember, is the head of Doge. And shortly thereafter, we got this particular announcement. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And most companies like Facebook had this particular programs to pull minorities and other people into upper management positions. So you would see people like Caroline Wanga, who is now the CEO of Essence, benefited from this program when she worked at Target, but more to come with that. And so it benefited a lot of people, even white women, but black people also benefited in some way. And so this program was to guarantee that blacks would be represented in other groups in the professional landscape in upper level management. And then we found out that as a company, DEI was gone. It was optional. If you wanted to use it, you could. If you didn't want to, you could drop it. So Target said,
hey, they dropped it. All right.
Target dropped it. When Target dropped their DEI program, a lot of people got pissed. And we started seeing levels of boycotts happening in early February in Minnesota. But there was a big boycott that was started around March 5th that was spearheaded by Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant in Atlanta that was supposed to last for 40 days.
People are boycotting Target, and here's what you need to know. People are not shopping at Target for 40 days. The boycott started March 5th and runs till April 13th. So this is like a Target.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get this this Target boycott. I haven't really been shopping at Target in a long time. But yeah, I'm trying to get why. Okay, I get it with the DEI and all of that, and they dropped it, so okay, I think I get what's going on for real.
And here's why you need to get behind it. In January, Target rolled back on their DEI initiatives. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Target literally stopped promotion goals for women and people of color. Is that a company that you want to support? Is that a
okay. So they basically pushed back on the DEI that was supporting women and people of color to get higher job roles, and this is why we're boycotting Target. I don't think that's like a good reason, in my opinion, because all these other companies do not care, bro. Like, they're not doing the same thing. Hell, even Trader Joe's or, you feel me, Safeway, anything like that, I'm sure they're not using this DEI type of work strategy within the workplace, bro. So that's why, like, I don't know. You know, I feel like it's not that serious.
Company that you want to stand behind. I'm sorry, but it's time to give up Target. These people do not care about you. They only care about their dollars. You need to take.
I'll be honest. All these companies do not care. That's what I'm saying. If we going to drop Target, we need to drop Lululemon. Okay, we need to drop freaking Forever 21, H&M. Like, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But we not going to drop it. We know y'all not. You feel me?
Control of your dollar and stop shopping there. Also, if you're investing in Target, sell your stocks. The organizer of this boycott is a pastor from Atlanta, and he said that this is a fast for accountability, a fast for justice. Like, we cannot be okay with how Target is treating its employees. They're treating black entrepreneurs.
Okay,
Now, it
I
could
get
be
it.
debated if DEI helped black people, and of course, I don't really think so, but it didn't matter. I didn't think this DEI boycott at Target would work, but boy, was I wrong.
Black churches have come together to boycott Target for 40 days during Lent because the giant retail store rolled back its DEI initiatives. According to Retail Brew, Target experienced the 10th consecutive week of a decrease in foot traffic and a drop in its stock price. The Black Chamber reports black people spend about $12 million a day at Target.
Oh my God.
Thanks to Placer AI, we can track foot traffic.
You spend $12 million a day at Target? I can't be a part of that. I can't be.
At Targets in the Carolinas. And from March to March, in North Carolina, there's been a decrease of about 8%. In South Carolina, nearly a 5% dip in foot traffic. Now, you can't say this is connected to the boycott, but it does show things have changed.
Holy moly.
And not only did we see it in North Carolina, but in other cities like Detroit.
What if you can create your own website by
crazy,
saying, this
man.
is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Target is taking a financial hit after dropping its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The retail giant has reportedly lost more than $12.4 billion in revenue.
This comes as calls for boycotts against the retailer continue.
It hurt Target so much that foot traffic decreased tremendously. And even black-owned companies that were distributing their products with Target were getting called out on it. And it got seriously bad. But fast forward, let's go back to the Essence Festival. Now remember, a lot of people had a lot to say about, Africans taking over Essence Festival and, and the Caribbean culture and fufu and other kind of jollof rice being there. That was a discrepancy. But another discrepancy was that the Essence Fest accepted a title sponsorship from Target. This was a slap in the face to a lot of people in the black community, especially those who vote Democrat, because Essence is now getting out of touch with the culture. You could have went with anybody else, like Walmart, but purposely you disrespect the black community for money, and you know that black America doesn't like Target right now.
And I look at Target and try to meet their colors to make it more palatable. Maybe we see you and we skipping it.
I think,
the line, thin.
That's Target. Keep going. We right. Damn.
Now the Target
booth
at the Essence Festival, people were complaining about it because nobody really wanted to interact with it, according to some. And to make a bigger slap in the face, look at Caroline Wanga on LinkedIn. Now, Caroline A. Wanga, who is the current CEO of Essence, worked with Target. But if you look at what her LinkedIn says, clearly she says she's a DEI practitioner. So why did Caroline Wanga, who basically got her start with Target under DEI, and then also understanding that Target canceled DEI, why did she then, as a CEO, accept a title sponsorship for Essence Fest, knowing that black people would not like Target, even though they canceled DEI, and she's a DEI practitioner?
I have no idea.
Exactly. Hypocrisy at its
finest.
best. But fast forward. Now we understand why the black community has an issue with Target. We would also understand why the black community would have an issue with anybody who wants to fool with Target. Again, according to most people in the black community, Target is taking opportunities away from African Americans by not hiring them, so therefore...
Damn, this nigga got hella... Is this on his face and shit? But like I was trying to say, is just like, I don't know, like, once you get an opportunity, I feel like it's just take it. Like, I don't know this one is gonna go to Kai, but this is obviously gonna have something to do with money and trying to promote something, bro. Like, they really don't owe black people or anybody anything at all. They're trying to promote their shit, or do what they're doing. You feel me? And they're not related to the black community at some points. You know what I'm saying? So when this dude gets a Kai, I'm already knowing this is just a business. This is just a business step, basically.
we shouldn't shop there. Any black person who deals with Target is not on code. Now we have the situation with Cenat and AMP. Now you guys know that Cenat is probably the #1 streamer on Twitch right now. I mean, he's the #1 streamer in the world. I think it's iShowSpeed, but Cenat is huge. He's a very talented guy, and he's a part of a larger group called AMP, which has, you know, him, Duke Dennis, Agent Zero, Chris, a whole bunch of other guys, right? And they have this product called Tone. Now, Tone is like a product that you can buy, and it includes like deodorants and body wash and stuff like that. And because their audience is so huge, a lot of big YouTubers that have this following can sell in stores. And so they could put this product anywhere, and most likely it would sell out.
And it's in Target. See, I don't know. Like, this is just a business aspect. Like, nobody's not gonna like, you know, fend or stand up on some ish. You know what I'm saying? They just want money. Even though it is getting rid of like black opportunity and ish like that, it's a lot of companies that's like bad in a certain way, but yet black people still shop there. You know, Versace, Coach, all these other different designer stores, anything like that. These people don't like black people necessarily, but they like that money. You know what I'm saying? It's no difference with Target. There's no difference. And I could see Target doing this. This is like kind of like a, you know, not a backdoor, but like using them to get back traction in a certain way. But let's continue.
This particular partnership went to Target. And so when it went to Target, people were upset.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
For any reason, in any style.
About it because of how the black community feels about Target. And not only did the partnership go to Target, they started streaming giveaways in Target.
Streaming what's the total? In the Target.
It's going to be $1,406.
14? Look, $1,400. Y'all did good.
Now, once this started happening, a lot of people in the community started trying to give some advice to AMP.
$1,400.
Because they felt that, hey, man, you guys are making the wrong decision.
This is a message for the AMP group, the streamers. I was just giving y'all some great credit, man, because I love the way y'all work together. But you have to be careful, man. Do not let corporate utilize y'all and what they're going to end up doing.
That's basically what I was just saying. Like, Target is going to use them to get back traction in a certain way. And then basically pull the rug from underneath their feet once they get what they get. You feel me? Like, that's what I'll be thinking. Like, okay, like, you know, we gonna give y'all some money, whatever. And once they get their traction, they'll probably take their product out of Target, you know, and just get back on what it's on. You feel me? And be like, hey, F y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? And just go back to regular scheduling, you know. So you just really don't know. But yeah, this here what bro got to say.
It's going to create brand, right, unalignment or misalignment rather, to where they're trying to use you all to divide and conquer, right? They believe they can get the demographic of young folks to start supporting Target again. Then it would diminish this whole movement that is boycotting Target. Anytime your people are doing something, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, everybody should be on point. You understand me? If people want to support y'all brand, they can take their ass online. But I don't want to see y'all helping them increase foot traffic into Target, regardless of what y'all business deal or structure is. The whole thing that y'all have is y'all power is independence. But you have to always focus on your brand alignment and be careful of your associations, right? Because in the long term, they may not lose, but you will.
That's crazy.
And the criticism came.
That's true.
Folks started coming after AMP. Started coming
was that
after
6 keys, right?
And calling them all sellouts because, hey, all of you guys are black and the black community is supporting you guys. And then you're out there putting your product in Target, which is against the black community. And one of the people that came out against that from AMP was Dennis Duke.
Like, bro, no cap, they are lying though. That's the crazy part. Like, the same people who got something to say, you telling me that if you had your product and Target was like, hey, can we please put your product in our store? You would say, no. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about.
Now,
I agree on that certain, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was to make a a clothing line right now. You know what I'm saying? And my clothing line is pretty much like booming in a certain way, but like I have ups and downs and I need like more traction. And Target was to ask me, hey man, like, could you put your clothing brand in our stores? I'll be honest. I'll be really honest. I will put my brand, my shirts in Target. My black owned business, my shirts, my designer, or what I design on the t-shirts in Target. Easy. I'm not gonna lie. Dennis is right about that. I'm not gonna cap. Like, that don't have nothing to do with me, you feel me? This is just business, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just business. This is not no sellout. This is not no anything like that. Because if I'm a sellout, nigga, the next person wearing Versace, wearing fucking Coach, this designer and shit like that, you a sellout too. Yeah, that's how I'm playing it. You feel me? You wearing this designer shit that was literally stole from Africa and all this other stuff that was, you feel me? These kids in China fucking working in concentration fucking little camps or whatever, or sweat camps or whatever they call it, fucking making the clothes, you was allowed to, gang. You feel me? I feel like it's not that crazy, in my opinion. It's way worse stuff that within the black community we doing. Lululemon, for example. Lululemon literally said they don't like black people. They don't fuck with black people. You feel me? Y'all need to still go shop at Lululemon. What does that make you? You feel me? So I'm not knocking like AMP for like getting money or getting a brand up or anything, because why not? Why not?
This dude is telling everybody,
they don't
like,
own
yo,
nobody nothing.
Like, bro, like, shut up. Like, you guys will put the product into Target if you want it, like, if you could do it, but you can't, and that's why you're hating. And this caused a big backlash.
The fact that Duke Dennis tried to get on here and lie and say that Target was not losing money like they thought they would. First of all, we don't listen to nobody who lies about how many kids they got. Second of all, you lied about how many kids you got. I can't take advice from you. Third of all, you lied about having kids. I can't trust your research. You don't even know how many kids you got.
And it continued to go forward.
The only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump. What first convinced me was when Duke Dennis went on
What does this have to do with voting for Trump though?
Quinn Blackwell's cooking show, and she asked him who he voted for, and he said, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it. And that right there told me, because it's like, if you voted for Kamala, you would say you voted for Kamala. But like, the overnight stream at a Target is crazy. Especially,
what is the point of voting for who and who? You know what I'm saying? What is the near point of, what does it matter? You know, like, what does this matter?
Knowing that black folks and people of color are boycotting Target because they threw out their DEI, it's really tone deaf and irresponsible.
In a certain way, like, I get what bro is saying with that one. Is tone deaf and irresponsible. But at the same time, when you're making money, you have your own brand, you're doing your own thing, and you haven't ish knocking at your door for more success, more money in a certain way. It's not even greed. It's just a power. It's a nice little play. You feel me? And that's how I look at it as. And if we're doing, you know, tone deaf and irresponsible, like I said, we gotta start saying this to every other black person, because this is like the same thing. You're buying Versace, you're buying all these other clothing brands that don't even like black people in the first place. Nigga, that's tone deaf and irresponsible, because this designer don't even like black people, or this company don't even like black people, but here you are still buying it. So what's the difference? You feel me? That's the only thing I got to like really say. Like, I don't really get the AMP might be some Trumpers though. What does that mean?
But another big part is Cenat. Now, Cenat is a guy who is from New York with a deep New York accent. I mean, if you look at him, you may not know what his background is, but I believe he's like Trinidadian and Grenadian. I'm not sure. But when they signed the deal with Target,
I thought Kyle was like Jamaican.
People remember this clip.
You're African American, bro. That's it. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not. Word.
What does this even mean? What is you even saying? If anything, I'll consider Kai African American just about the shit he wearing, the shit he doing. He's literally the culture of what we be doing. He's literally that African American culture. He's wearing this. He be talking the way he talk. He just said word. You know what I'm saying? That's African American quote by quote culture. What is the point of even saying this?
You're not Ghanaian.
What?
You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
I don't want to.
What does that even mean? Like, that don't even rub me the wrong way, because at the end of the day, you still act like an American. In any other like black person out of the whole diaspora, right? You talk about we don't know like our heritage and shit like that, but at the end of the day, you acting like a black American, okay? Y'all literally cosplaying as a black American. The lingo, how you talk, how you dress, you feel me? The music, all of that came from a black American. And then you got the nerve to say like you're none of that, you're just black. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? If anything, you just black. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's no difference between. It is a difference because we all different phenotypes and from the diaspora and shit like that. But I just don't understand the point of saying, oh, you're American. You're not Ghanaian, you're not this, you're not that. Nigga, what? And? Like, nigga, what is you talking about? Nigga, you act like an American. If anything, this nigga dressed like an American. He's around other American players. He just took a picture with LeBron James. He's American. So, you feel me? Like, I'm not, like, getting mad at it. I'm not, pressed about it. It's just like, what the fuck is you, like, what are you saying?
Take him out of context,
like,
but it appears to me that he's saying that, you're just black. You don't have culture like Ghanaians, or you don't have cultures like Trinidadians.
I don't know what
other
the fuck
people.
this
And
nigga
again,
talking about.
that's kind of how people feel about, Caroline Wanga and the rest of the Africans who are now in control of Essence Fest. And so now it's like, okay, on one hand, you're acting like us, Kai Cenat, like, your culture is very East Coast African American.
Very
and
East
then
Coast.
At the same time, you're telling us that we don't have any culture, and then you're moving along with Target, who completely has turned their back on the black community, according.
Now, this thing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you being rich and you doing your own joint, I'm not gonna cap them as creators and them as business people being very independent and shit like that, and them being black themselves, Duke Dennis or any one of them or whatever they want to say, Cuban, Puerto Rican, whatever, Jamaican. They don't really owe the black community nothing. Like, when you like achieve this whole new stratosphere of like success in a certain way as a black person or anybody, you don't really owe nobody within your race nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if they're doing this as a business opportunity and as a business thing, they're doing it for business, bro. They don't care because they're not going through the same ish as we are going through as a people. So that's the only reason why I could like agree with AMP doing this, because once you hit like a new stratosphere, and I understand they're not really stand-up guys, they're just doing it for money. And anybody else like Tupac or anybody, that's a stand-up guy, right? He'll understand. He'll be like, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. You feel me? Or, LA Cool J or some shit like that. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Or another person, you feel me? Mary J. Blige or some shit like that. There was some you know, like, I understand, like, hell no, like, you doing this to my people, I'm not gonna F with you, but they're doing this out of context, out of business and money, and they don't really owe nobody nothing. They can do whatever they want to do. You feel me?
To those, like, stop the show. I don't agree with DI. I don't care anything about DI at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Understanding that the community does care about DI, it's a slap in the face. And then when you go back and you look at a clip like from Kai Cenat, then it's almost obvious. It's like, okay, you can use the culture to basically become us, and then when it doesn't benefit you, you can go and, you know, go to Target.
Yeah, that's the shit I gotta, like, you literally, like, copying the whole culture, bro. Like, culture vulture, the whole thing, even what you doing, earrings, the locks, all of that. You feel me? The haircut, you know what I'm saying? American. But then turn around and say that is wild work.
Getting stuff like that. Again, this is kind of what happens. I mean, and people do this even in the black community. But again, if you're gonna market yourself to the black community, you're gonna have to understand what they like. And this goes for Essence Fest. Now, on one hand, I can say, look, they own the festival and they own what they have, and they should be really concerned about black American culture, right? And again, Kai Cenat with the Target and all that stuff, hey, they could be like taking their product to someplace else, Walmart, and clearly what Target wants to do is to get the black base back buying in Target, right?
Basically.
But here's the situation. These guys have a bigger audience, much larger than black America. That's the thing. Kai Cenat is just not a superstar amongst black people. He's a superstar everywhere. Not as big as Ice Show Speed, but he's close, right? And so the reality is that these guys don't care about Target. They're out of touch. They don't have the problems that, you know, that you have, or maybe I have, or anything like that. And so to expect these guys who are young and don't really understand the struggle and they're rich to understand what you're going through and take a stand is crazy. I mean, I get what you're saying, right? I understand Essence should be doing that because Essence built their brand based on the black community. But Dennis Duke and Kai Cenat, they just happen to be black. They also come from a much younger generation, and they're not tied to that. And then some of these guys in AMP are not even African American, like Agent 00. I believe he's like Ethiopian or Eritrean. So like now you have the merging of younger people who are not African American or #FBA, and they're looking for the bag. And they're looking at what makes them, you know, go better. So if Target comes and gives them a higher percentage of money they can sell, they're going to push Target. I guarantee you that's what Target did. Target said, listen, bring AMP tone into our distribution and you guys will keep a lot of the profits. And they said yes. And they're going to continue to do so. Again, black people are going to have to start understanding that, you know, we're going to have people that be for us and people that are not going to be for us. But again, we got to do the work and create our own jobs. And you can't rely on celebrities or YouTubers to, hey, make stands or stand up for you. Not everybody's going to be a stand-up guy like LL Cool J. Like LL Cool J, you declined to perform in Philadelphia while the strikes were going. But that's a stand-up guy. Most entertainers or YouTubers are not stand-up guys like that. And to expect them to be stand-up guys when they're trying to get to the bag is ridiculous. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Dennis Duke, Kai Cenat, and the rest of these guys don't think they owe you nothing. So guys, what do you think it's your boy should do, Jack?
They don't really owe anybody nothing. They don't care about that D you know what I'm saying, EI, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal because all these other companies are not messing with that. So are we going to boycott them too? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to boycott these other different companies that's treating black people in a certain way? Or not giving all the, you know, opportunities as the same way? Because it's the same thing. But y'all let me know down in the comments down below, man. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you guys are new. It's your boy Khalil and my man. Peace.